Welcome back, everybody, to the Liberty Garden Midseason Showdown. My name is Eric Bartlett, once again, joined by Jake Muller.
Hey.
And we're doing some analyst stuff right now, and we're just going to talk about some stuff coming out to the new VGC, some new stuff coming to the VGC 2020 format in the form of Pokemon Home Editions that were just recently revealed to be coming out next month, and then we also have some ability changes and some new abilities that have been added to the game, courtesy of Pokemon Home, that are live right now.
Yeah, so Pokemon Home came out within the last few days or so, and thanks to that, a lot of hidden abilities that we couldn't get in Sword and Shield specifically have now been transferable from the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon games in Gen 7. So there's some that are going to be really relevant. One, like the big one I think everyone's talking about, is Friend Guard Clefairy.
Right.
And then as a result, we also got Unaware Clefable,
right.
which, in a metagame filled with all these Dynamax boosts, I think Unaware could also be a pretty big ability on Clefable as well.
Yeah, both of the Pokemon, they do somewhat similar things. They both have options for redirection, and like you said, they have a lot of those defensive utility, with Clefable being able to basically negate boosts,
right,
and then Clefairy just giving your partner a boost to their defenses so they can just be much more bulkier in general. And yeah, Clefairy is definitely the one that a lot of people have been talking about, just because of how powerful it seems increasing your own Pokemon's bulk is in this format, especially with items being like Weakness Policy, and especially Dynamax just being able to compound a Pokemon's bulk just insanely. So like just having another means of just boosting that, and also having another means of redirection in general is also really, really strong. Yeah,
another couple abilities, we've seen Grimmsnarl on screen already today, but Prankster's a really big ability, always been a very important ability in VGC. We get two new Prankster users, Meowstic Male and Liepard, both of which have been used to some success in VGC in the past.
Yeah, I think Meowstic is a very interesting one, because it sort of has a lot. It offers some similar things to other Prankster Pokemon. It offers Fake Out. It offers both screens, which is another big one. It also gets a lot of cool Psychic type moves, like Ally Switch, Skill Swap, stuff like that. But Liepard, on the other hand, is a Pokemon with a much greater history in VGC, I'd say, comparatively.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely have. I would consider Liepard, like, if I had to compare it to a couple Pokemon, I'd say it's like a mixture of like Amoonguss and Grimmsnarl in terms of the kind of the utility it offers, because like it gets moves like Fake Out. It has the really good support moves in Charm and Fake Tears, like Whimsicott does. Fortunately, it doesn't get a reliable means of speed control. It does get Thunder Wave, though, which is cool.
Yeah, no, a lot of options there. One thing that they're both kind of known for is Swagger, too.
Right,
Especially Meowstic. I think Safeguard Swagger was a really common combo.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen Swagger Liepard on a few teams in the past as well. So everyone loves Prankster Swagger. Everyone's favorite Pokemon is Thundurus. So.
Especially with being able to compound that with Foul Play, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some really, really punishing strategies coming out there.
Some of the other interesting ones, I'm looking at a list here. Swoobat now gets access to Simple, which in a metagame with a lot of boosting happening, these Dynamax moves could be kind of cool. Simple doubles those boosts. So let's say its partner goes for Max Steel Spike. It's now at +2 defense instead of +1. Kind of could be a kind of funny Weakness Policy user too, especially if you're Dynamaxing it, because you could... Weakness Policy, Max Airstream at +4.
Yeah.
And you get +2 speed from that,
Yeah, you get double the boost from Airstream. Yeah. If only you could, like, double Psychic Terrain, so, like, you could compound the effects. You just use, like, Max Mind... you just double the effects of Psychic Terrain.
Right.
But, Swoobat could be an interesting one. It also gets access to Cosmic Power, right?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, or it has a way of boosting...
I don't know,
maybe it's Calm Mind. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, probably... Yeah, Calm Mind. That'd be interesting, too, because it gets, +2 SPDF and then also +2 special attack.
Right.
And then also the ability to boost its speed. So, like...
True, yeah.
Swoobat? Potential sweeper? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, we got some more telepathy users. Noivern and Musharna both get access to telepathy. Musharna is kind of fun. It's really slow. It's a good Trick Room partner, and that telepathy gives it the ability to dodge attacks from its partner. So like Earthquake, Discharge.
Yeah, like something like I was thinking like Rhyperior you could put next to, so I could like dodge Earthquakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Some other fun stuff. We get... Soundproof Abomasnow.
Podcast?
I don't know.
Whoa.
No, it's like Lightning Rod Seeking is back. Storm Drain Maractus if you want some of those redirecting abilities. But I think the ones we talked about are going to be the most relevant, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely think probably the biggest ones are going to be the cats, Meowstic, Liepard, and then also the Clefairy family. Definitely going to be the biggest ones.
For sure.
So moving into the Pokemon additions to Pokemon Home, we have a bunch of new ones that are coming back to Pokemon Sword and Shield. We have a bunch of the legendaries that are back, of course, not legal in VGC yet, maybe. We don't know yet.
Tuned.
Yeah. We also have a bunch of the mythical Pokemon, which, of course, are also not legal in the current format. But also, we have some returning Pokemon from the Alola region, but also the Kanto region in the form of the starters and also the various Alolan forms. So I think we can just address the elephant, the massive elephant
cat
that's in the room. Yeah, the massive cat in the room that is Incineroar, the big cat in the room.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be freaking out about Incineroar's coming back. How do you feel about that?
I mean, Incineroar is like undeniably one of the best Pokemon.
Right.
Like it's a starter that was like really, really high in usage in a metagame that had Xerneas and like Kyogre and Groudon, and it was still like very good. So it's hard to argue that it's going to be anything but really, really good in this year as well. And it also got a new tool in Parting Shot, which is kind of scary. You know, Parting Shot was usually it was just Persian that had it before, but now instead of U-turning with Incineroar, you can like come in, intimidate, and then Parting Shot, get them to -2 attack, and you get the special attack drop.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah. Undeniably, Incineroar, I've heard many people call it probably one of the best Pokemon designed for VGC as a whole. It just has so many options with Fake Out, very fantastic offensive typing, really good offensive move pool too, so it can just kind of be support but also go on the offensive. And like you said, really good pivoting tools, which used previously U-turn. Now it has access to Parting Shot. But also there have been a lot of significant nerfs this generation to what has made Incineroar good, like such as somewhat nerfing Fake Out with the advent of Dynamaxing, being able to negate flinches, and also, I guess, more prevalence of like things like terrains, and then also Intimidate getting a substantial, I guess, sort of nerf with all the addition of the abilities that straight up ignore it or just reflect it. And also the Pinch Berries have now been nerfed in terms of their effectiveness, now only healing 1/3 instead of 50%. So Incineroar definitely losing a lot of its somewhat, I guess, more powerful tools, but like you said, like it's still a Pokemon that offers a lot. It's still like probably one of the quintessential like 6-slot Pokemon, just like can slap on every single team, like a more potent version, I guess, of something like Arcanine in terms of like that's a lot of Pokemon that a lot of people usually compare it to, but it just offers so much in one Pokemon slot that it's just impossible to ignore it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Arcanine usage is just going to plummet. Because there's still some things Arcanine offers, like the speed is important. You know, like a fast Snarl and Will-O-Wisp is really good. So Arcanine might still get some usage, but I think especially like you said, if you're just trying to fill a 6 slot, it's super easy to just throw Incineroar on there. A lot of teams appreciate fire types. Every team appreciates Fake Out and Intimidate. So, you know, it's difficult to call Incineroar like
does
not
it have access to
team.
knockoff?
No,
still?
It doesn't.
Okay, so that's another big thing that it doesn't have. It also doesn't have access to knockoff, which I think would have catapulted Incineroar to just like top of the because I feel like this format, especially like a lot of Pokemon in VGC 20 now, are lacking of knockoff, and I think with a lot of Pokemon having weakness policy, Eviolite, like a lot of really powerful items, you know, like that, having knockoff would have been a very valuable tool.
Definitely, yeah. I guess we also have the other starters. We got like Venusaur and Blastoise back. We got Decidueye and Primarina. Venusaur and Blastoise probably better than the 2 other Alolan starters, but Incineroar definitely the one of the 5 that is the most important.
I'm kind of excited for Primarina because I think this format, like, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely excited to have more different water types in the format because I think this format is really good for water types. Like I was really excited to see something like Milotic do so well in Dallas because I've been so used to seeing like Rotom, Gastrodon, Gyarados, and now we have stuff like Milotic and now Primarina coming back, and it's also the only water fairy type in the format.
Oh, true.
And also has that neat ability in Liquid Voice, which you know, it's sort of it gives it sort of a more reliable like spread water move, and Liquid Voice unfortunately doesn't get the boost, but it's still a neat ability.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks for tuning in. I think we're going to take a quick little break and then come back with a caster battle for you. So
stay tuned.
Don't miss the action.
We'll be right back.